Algebra 2, Set 9, Practice. 60% of those present at the performance were neophytes. If 200 present were not neophytes, how many people attended the performance? So we'll start drawing a picture. And so we know we have one picture that represents the total and one picture that represents the part. So the total is always 100%, and then we know 60% were neophytes, and that means the remaining were not neophytes, and it tells us that there were 200 of them. So if 60% were, we know 40% were not, so the 40% goes with the 200. And we need to figure out how many in total attended the performance. So we have our information that we need. 40% of the total is 200. So 40% of the total were not neophytes. So 40 out of 100 times t equals 200. We can multiply both sides by 100 over 40, and then we can do some elimination, some canceling here, and we see that 2 goes into 4 twice, and it goes into 10 5 times, and then 2 goes into 200, of course, 100 times. So our total ends up being 500. So 500 people is the solution. Okay, in the next problem it says, production increased by 145%. If the number of widgets produced this year was 171,500, how many were produced last year? So this one is one of those tricky ones again. That key word is increased. So it increased by 145%. That means we had 100% last year. It increased by 145%. So this year it's going to be 245%. So when we make our bubble, it's going to be bigger. And this year is 171,500, which is 245%. So we can put that all together and say that 171,500 is 245% of the total last year. So 171,500 equals 245 over 100 times t. Multiply both sides by 100 over 245 and cancel. And we see that we get it's going to be 171. No, sorry, don't have commas in here. So it's going to be 17,150,000 divided by 245. So when we put that in the calculator, we get 70,000 widgets were produced last year.